Hello and welcome to State of the Market.
Hey,
I'm
everybody.
Katie, this is John. We're going to tell you what's going on in the real estate market. So today we're going to discuss 4 things. So what season are we in? What's happening with supply, demand, and then of course interest rates and the Fed. And then lastly, we're going to introduce a new segment at the end where we talk about something personal. So it's probably going to have something to do with football today if you're a football fan. So to start us off, we're going to talk about what kind of season we're in. So we are in the busiest season of the year for real estate. So January through May is when activity peaks, and we're definitely seeing activity on the rise at the moment, which is what we should expect this time of year. Supply, what's going on?
Exactly, and so supply is starting to increase. Demand is increasing also and actually exceeding the rate of supply. So like we mentioned with football, Super Bowl's coming up. Every year, that seems to be a great time to go on the market as a seller because you still have limited competition in your neighborhood and a lot more eyeballs out looking than there was in November and December. So just an interesting little data point that seems to be reflected almost every single year.
Yeah, and it makes sense. New year, you got a lot of buyers that are like, this is my year, and it takes sellers a little bit of time to get their home on the market. They're interviewing realtors, they're painting, all of that. So it makes sense that you see demand slightly outpacing supply at this time of year, but in general, both are on the rise. So that's what we're seeing with supply and demand at the moment. What about interest rates?
So the reason why demand has increased a lot is some of it's seasonal, but some of it is because interest rates have dropped from the height of over 7%. We're close to 6%, and there's continued to be downward pressure on those interest rates. And a lot of it is because the Fed is finally getting indicators that inflation is slowing, and also recessionary fears are increasing. Unemployment is rising. We've all seen the big tech layoffs. This is allowing the Fed to dial back the aggressiveness that they've been doing with raising the federal funds rate. And so as they're doing that, we're going to start to see interest rates potentially keep lowering. If we get below 5.5%, everything that Katie and I are looking at, there's going to be a totally different shift in the market where demand is going to rapidly increase. There's a lot of sellers on the sidelines who are waiting until rates get a little bit lower because interest rates affect sellers almost as much because most sellers become home buyers and they're factoring all of that in to their decision making.
That's exactly right, John. So that's what we're seeing right now in the market. We'll continue to keep you posted. But before you go, we thought it would be fun to introduce this new segment where we talk about something a little more personal. So we are both football fans. John has really gotten me into it over the last few years. Unfortunately, we're sad football fans because we root for the Chargers. And I don't know if anyone saw that game. It's better if you didn't. Put it that way. How are you feeling about football this year?
I don't even remember what that game was. It's fun. And who knows? So yeah, I'm all about Brock Purdy and the 49ers, and we'll see what happens in a couple of weeks if they're in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it is fun to watch a third-string rookie thrust into the spotlight, having to perform under pressure, and he's doing a great job. So I love to see that, and you also gotta watch out for Mahomes. He's coming. So we'll see. We'll see what happens in the next couple of weeks. But that's kind of what's going on with us. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, guys.